Yo guys, this is Changiv here. Collecticon New Jersey is right around the corner, and maybe even tomorrow depending on when I upload this. I just wanted to share what cards I'll be hunting for and why. This isn't some big market breakdown, just personal picks, thoughts, and goals. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with this channel, and I think I'm going to focus more on personal collecting, learning, and vibing, and less on market speculation, because I got a tiny PP brain and I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time with market stuff. I just trust my gut and make guesses. I'm just being honest with you guys. First off, quick disclaimer. I'm working with a small budget. I'm not looking to drop $500 to $1,000 slabs. I'm just working at a $5 to $100 range cards. It's kind of what I'm looking for. And when I usually buy, I walk around, skim tables, flip through some stuff. It's like a very fast window shoppy stuff. Something needs to, it's just like when I walk through Artist Alley. Something needs to catch my eye and catch my interest from like the haze of all the popular cards that you usually see at shows. All right, let's go over the categories. 1, graded lookouts. These cards I'm trying to find in perfect condition and buying and flipping. These will also include some maybes as well. Number 2, no question buys. These are cards I will just grab instantly if the price is right. Number 3, personal collection stuff. Number 4, juicy one, Final Fantasy Magic cards. Higher risk plays based on characters' art, but we'll see. All right, let's start with graded lookouts. These are cards I kind of want to be in perfect 10 condition. First one, Angry Magikarp promo from X and Y. Everyone loves Magikarp. Magikarp's dumb. This card looks angry and kind of dumb at the same time. This card just fits all the check marks of funny, dumb, derpy, and Kanto Pokemon. Speaking of Magikarp, I'm looking for Celebrations Shiny Magikarp. There's going to be a bunch of Celebration cards on here. A bunch of Celebration cards have gone up recently, but I think if I can find them in a 10 or gradable, I'm still picking them up, because I'm trying to make another play in the future, because right now I think Celebrations have gone through 2 rises, one during the whole explosion of Pokemon last year, or the start of this year. Last week was the most recent time there was a boom, and then I think there's going to be one in the future, actually when they reveal Celebrations, or when they talk about news of it, and I think that's when I would want to sell for that. And just to pair, because I think Dark Gyarados in Celebrations, not a lot of people were caring about this card, so I just want to buy this as well, just to be able to get a sequential set. Gold Mew, I think it's just gold cards people don't like, but I think for them just being rare, there's a chance, it could go up. And if I can find these cards for cheap, which they are, I'll grade it a 10. Venusaur, Blastoise and Venusaur from Celebrations, classic starters. Maybe even the Charizard. It might push my budget, being the price that it is at. But I think these 2 cards are iconic. These 3 cards, I'm sorry. They're iconic, and I do need a base set looking, or reprint or whatever, Charizard for my 151 half art collection. And then finally, the Sword and Shield Pikachu promo that has Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. I think this is like all those Pikachu Fiesta cards with all the starters. I just think it will do well in the future once those kids grow up. All right, let's move on to the small, like maybe pile. Like maybe I'll pick it up, but it's not like I need to pick it up. These are kind of like collections and stuff like that. So let's just to quickly list them off, because they're not super important. Dark Sylveon, Dragapult Prime, Light Toxicity, Mimikyu Delta Species, and Zacian Level X. The more unique one I'm looking for is the Black and White Evolutions promos. I just think these are slept on and beautiful half art EV cards, and finding them is super rare and hard. So I'll be on the lookout. No question buys. These are cards that, I'm just gonna pick up. There's a very thin barrier between not picking it up and picking it up. The Dene GX. This card is a perfect blend of dumb, cute, vibrant, adorable, and dumb. I want a whole slab box of these in 10s that I graded myself. EV GX. I don't have any, so I want at least 2 for PC. Number 3, the Simisear Chikawa style collab card. First off, I hate the black and white monkeys. I hate them. I think they're stupid and they don't look great. But this design is super cute and unique and has like a crossover artist appeal. And I just think I just want more. All right, number 4. These are personal collection PC hunts. First off is the Perrin. I had just gotten off from playing the Scarlet and Violet DLCs, and she was nice. And this was when I got back in the hobby like 6 or 7 months ago. And I've been chasing this card from the start, and it was like $40 and I didn't pick it up, and it went up to like 80 or 90 or $100, and I was like, I'm gonna wait, and it dropped down to like 50 or 60, and I still didn't pick it up, and now it's back up to 80. You know, I'm gonna pick it up eventually, but it's just a constant dance of if I find a copy that I'm interested in or not. I was just letting you guys, these cards, for personal collection cards, I don't care if it's English or Japanese. I don't care about the value. I just want it because I want it. I'll most likely go for the cheaper one because I always like to save more money for like business stuff. But, you know, Sylvan EX Generations. The thing that sticks out to me with this card and these designs is the beautiful like jewelry sticker, like this cutesy ribbons and designs on the side of the cards. It's so unique, and there's not many cards like it. And I think when I buy cards, sometimes I like to think about the future appeal of these cards. And I think these cards will appeal to a different audience they're slowly coming into this hobby, at least from what I see. And I just think it's cool that we have cards like these for those people. And I remember going to a show recently where I saw someone selling like top loaders with cards in them, and she had designed the top loaders with these stickers and ribbons and stuff to make it look super unique and add on to the art, which is something where I kind of like Ace Lab stuff because they do this art thing too, but that's like another video stuff. All right, the V-Star Universe / Crown Zenith Mewtwo. This one I'll probably hunt for in Japanese because it's cheaper, but I just need one to finish my collection with the Charizard fighting Mewtwo. The Chinese Terrestrial Arcanine. Arcanine is one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon, and the price is rising, and I don't want to buy the Chinese booster box to rip because I don't want to deal with Chinese bulk because to me they're worth nothing versus compared to like English bulk, which you can get something out of it. It's a little pricey, but if I find a nice one, I might just bite the bullet. All right, let's move on to Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards. This is high risk. I've been following Earn Collection, watching his videos, and he was talking about how he started to go in on Final Fantasy cards and try to make it a play there. And I was kind of all on the same lines as well because I love Final Fantasy 14. I played some of the other Final Fantasies like Final Fantasy 10. I actually haven't played 7. I played the remakes, and I just know the games and IP more than I played. So I was always interested in these cards. Now I'm not sure about the collectability of these cards because of my experience with Innistrad and Aether Drift and how they did not do well at all, and how a lot of players just don't care. They don't care about the collectability as much as far as the modern sets go. So this is just more of a risk that I kind of want to look into, at least and see like where I can go with my knowledge and my biases and my likes. So first off, I want to go for is Emic Selk. I am going to be actively looking for either the Commander Surge foil, the Journey Through the Ages foil, or the one where he's standing and Amareth's behind him. Why? Why not go for Sephiroth, Cloud, all the big names? A, they're way out of my price range and out of my risk tolerance range. And B, I'm making a play here. That Emic Selk is, if you don't know, is the one of the biggest fan favorite villains from FF14. He is like one of the reasons why Shadowbringers is so good, and it is also why so many people loved Endwalkers as well. And just I'm hoping for the the Final Fantasy gamer fans to really want to collect Emet-Selch. To be honest, a lot of stuff I'm not banking on the players of Magic the Gathering or collector of cards. I'm banking on the player of the games, the collectors of like Final Fantasy in general, not like Pokemon collectors or the whales of One Piece or sealed collect. I'm not looking for those people. I'm looking for the video game people. What's interesting and what I'm constantly thinking about when I was looking at the price of these cards is the constant fight between rarity, desirability, and the playability of these cards and how it affects prices. Like if you look at, we'll just say, and this is ignoring like the chocobos and the crazy serialized cards, because that's the collector stuff, and that's way down my price range to care. But like if you look at Y'shtola Surge Foil, is the Commander Surge Foil Y'shtola so high up because Y'shtola is queen and best girl in the world? Maybe. Or is she there because of you can only get her from a collector box, and collector boxes are super expensive right now, and it's like the chance of getting her is so hard? Or is she there because she's a very playable card and it's like she has a really strong deck, right? So all those reasons, the collectability reason is fine and I agree with, but it's the playability reason that is kind of has me scared because of, oh, what happens if she becomes banned or if she becomes unplayable, right? Will the price drops like crazy? Then what is the price of that? Because I'm more interested in collective value than playable value. So that's also why I'm avoiding cards that are just the most expensive card, period. Just because I don't know how I feel about it in the future. As we move on from that, another card I'm looking for is the Tifa cards. One is her Commander card, specifically green one because it's cheaper, because it's like a meta issue thing. So I'll probably go for the cheaper one versus the more expensive, more meta driven one. The other one is the one I'm more looking to is one of her like kicking foil. It's just a dynamic shot of Tifa. Another one I'm looking for is the Through the Ages card, which is Memories of Nibelheim. It's just an iconic shot of her sitting on the water tower. It's a beautiful card, and it's super cheap, so I can buy a shit ton. Speaking of Through the Ages cards, foiled Through the Ages cards are only acquirable in collector boxes. So there's a few that I'm looking at, a few low end and a few high end that I might be looking at. Low end is the Endwalker and Shadowbringer cards, because these two are like the most famous expansions from FF14, and they're extremely cheap now that it's a very minimal risk, and I'm just hoping that collectors will buy it because it's like a cool little piece to have. First, I mean, you can get like giant posters of the art, but it's a tiny risk. And then finally, it's the Yamato art cards. These are the bigger, more expensive cards that I'm like, it's gonna be hard for me to pick one up, mainly because like it's a lot more risky, and I'm also not the huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of mono art, but I understand the value of a mono art. And I mainly looked at Terra with her mech and Kefka, because those are the two names that stuck out to me in my brain that I remember hearing about and recognizing, versus the other ones which are recognizable if I search through it, but we'll see. All right, so that's it for what I'm hunting for. There might be more that I missed, but right now off the top of the head, not really much. This is my first time going to a CollectorCon, so we'll see how it goes. If you watched this far, thank you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, your thoughts on what you're picking up in the future. I'm still figuring out this whole like YouTube stuff out and like what I want to focus on this channel. I think the main thing for me is putting out interesting stuff and just stuff that I want to put out, because that will motivate me to put more stuff out consistently. But yeah, that's me. Thanks for hearing my thoughts and thinkings of this wild TCG world. And a peace out. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye.